Hey there, Jim Hart here from Hawthorn Law. I want to give you a quick update on the state of the stimulus. I am a lawyer in North Carolina and I want to give you some guidance about what is happening here. There's been a bunch of development. So today I want to talk to you about four things. I want to talk to you about the status of the Payroll Protection Program, the Get My Payment tool from the IRS, and the status of the EIDL payments, as well as the status of unemployment payments. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I think is really important, I just found out about this about a half hour ago. The Payroll Protection Program that we've talked about before and have said we're hoping the money will last until the beginning to middle of May is now, we've been notified, out of money. So the SBA has posted on their website that no additional applications are being processed at this time because all the money has been appropriated. So we're waiting for Congress to see what they're going to do to potentially add more money to the pot or somehow expand that program. So that's the first thing, PPP is out of money. Second thing, this is, as a lawyer, if you didn't know that, I am a lawyer. I work with online businesses typically, and we deal with a lot of tax issues, but this makes my brain hurt, and that is the Get My Payment tool. Yesterday, and I talked about this earlier this week, the Get My Payment tool went up on the IRS website. The purpose of this tool is to allow people who have not previously provided their bank account information to the IRS to do so through a portal so that they can get their stimulus check. Seems pretty easy, right? No. So if you typically get a refund and you filed your 2018 or 2019 tax return and you need to make a change, you should be okay. You just go in and you make your change. However, if you filed in 2018 but you need to make a change, you can't go into the tool to do it. You have to actually file a 2019 tax return to make that change. And the language directly on the form says, 2018 filers, if you need to change your account information or mailing address, file your 2019 taxes electronically as soon as possible. That is the only way to let us know about your new information. Next issue that I'm having a really hard time with this program is, what if you owe money? There's a lot of people that are going to qualify for a stimulus payment that actually owe money on their taxes at the end of the year. And basically what that means is maybe you under withheld, maybe you're self-employed and you typically are going to owe money at the end of the year, or you make estimated tax payments. There's all sorts of reasons why people might owe money to the IRS. And in those situations, you're not typically going to provide your bank account information on your 1040. There seems to be no mechanism to provide the IRS with your bank account information if you owe money. I mean, I guess you can put on your tax return your bank account information, and that's one way to do it. But typically when you're paying money to the IRS as opposed to receiving a refund, you don't do that. So that's the other thing. So there's a lot of conflicting information inherent in this tool. It says that you're supposed to use the Get My Payment application to let us know where to send your payment. But then it also says that if you don't have updated information, you need to file your 2019 taxes. So this is confusing. My recommendation, go in there, click the link, input your information, see what you can do. Hopefully it'll work for you. If it doesn't, then the IRS evidently is updating their records through this tool at least once a day. So you want to go in there, check it out. You don't really need to do it more than once a day because that's as often as they're updating the database. Next thing, I've talked previously about this. I said that EIDL I thought was dead in the water. It is not dead in the water. Surprise, surprise, I got a deposit in my bank account the other day, and I've heard of other people that are getting deposits in their bank account from the EIDL loan program through the SBA. And that is the grant that originally was $10,000 and now it's $1,000 per employee. I'm guessing that program is probably also running out of money since it had a lot less allocated to it than the PPP program, and also it was a lot easier to apply than the PPP program. So I'm guessing that's probably out of money. But the money is flowing, there is a bit of money coming out, and people are receiving payments. The last thing I want to talk to you about is unemployment. This is really going to be a state-by-state issue. If you're self-employed or an independent contractor and you don't receive a traditional paycheck, this also includes those gig workers out there who, drivers for Lyft and Uber and things like that, or Instacart, you can apply for what's called pandemic unemployment assistance. However, when you're going to receive those benefits is going to depend largely on the state where you live, because many states, they're just not equipped to deal with these payments and they're not set up to handle it this way. Here in North Carolina, where I live and work, and practice law. Incidentally, I will let you know, North Carolina has the worst unemployment program in the entire country. And I'm not exaggerating. It's like ranked 51 out of 51 states in Puerto Rico. So our system will not be ready to approve claims until at least April 25th. Now, what they're saying is they can't accept claims till April 25th, but I think what they really mean is they can accept the claim. They've got some questions built in about COVID, but they cannot, they're not going to be ready to approve those claims until April 25th. So anyway, that's it. That's what's going on right now. I'll post more videos as more news arises. And in the meantime, check this video out right here. That'll talk to you more about what's going on with the stimulus bill.